And I'm muted. I'm muted. That was my logo. This is my face, which looks very blurry. I'm having some issues. I think I'm zoomed in. Let's look at this for a minute. So this is part of the read. Everything that you're going to have happen to you is part of the read. The message is here. What are you hearing? What are you seeing? What are you tasting? What are you smelling? What are you sensating in any way? If you're like every fucking thing all at once, okay, go grab your deck. Oracle, tarot, both. I use both. Well, I'm trying to take the zoom off, but I think we might just leave it. Hold on, guys. All part of the message. And I'm not sure why there's a blur. So polished is good. Oh, wait. Okay. Polished is good. But then we have natural. What is going to happen or what may happen, right? So I was thinking about calling morning reads no brushing of the hair tarot or something like that. Just go for it. We're not showing up for how to style hair. We're showing up for let's read those cards. So we're gonna go straight to Colette Baron Reed. I love her. Um, okay, because this isn't her, that's Sandra Ann Taylor. Colette Baron Reed. I have several of her decks, and I'm actually going through and deciding. I'm going to show you guys before I say this because she's awesome, right? She's awesome. So let me just show you. They can be very different. This is the one I love. This is my favorite deck by her that I have, and she has 4. Guides of the Hidden Realms. I'll read with this one too. Okay, we'll put that right there because we're going to look at the artwork. Okay, so the artwork on top I love on this deck, right? This is not our card, but we did pull the fire fairy, creative action and optimism. So if you are a fire fairy, look at the colors on your card. Very subdued. We do have the orange and the red, but then look, we have all this nature. So fire fairies, spark it, bitch. But let's make sure that we don't burn the whole town down too. Okay, so what do we have? We have cards that we're going to shuffle, and I have such amazing ideas. But I wanted to do. I think I'm just going to try to include it all. We'll see how it goes. I might do a line on just questions about reading cards, real basic. Like the question, when I say basic, like I mean like we're not going to go to advanced study. It's more, which advanced study would be like, where does the square of Mars play into the major arcana, and how can that be referenced to the god? Something like that, which we could do, which would probably be a lot of fun for an entire session. But how about how do I shuffle my cards any way you want? You could literally, like, guys, right? These are a little sticky, but you could take them and throw them in the air. Now you can. I would definitely look at the ground, make sure you didn't like leave your like I don't know bowl of creamy broccoli soup because the card's going to go into it. It's going to be nasty. It's going to be nasty. Or if you throw them up, but you have a lot of spaces in your room where they can slide behind things, and you might not find them. So be practical, be logical. I am going to should y'all in this message because I'm letting you know some of the things I'm a little bit more like really consider this. Consider what you're doing to and with your cards before you do it, right? Because that's you calibrating for the reading. Our shuffling right now, like how do we feel? What would we like to say? Are we going to ask a question? Are we reading for a group or ourselves? Did we just change our mind, even though that we were excited to pull from The Wisdom of Avalon by Colette Baron Reed? We're now going, no, not fucking doing it. Put it back in the deck and put it back, dude. Do what you want to do. There's no wrong. Okay, let's see what we have. Oh, and back to shuffling. Shuffle however you like. I shuffle mainly like this. However, when the cards are extra sticky, sticky means like not like we got toffee pudding on there, but like they stick together. Sometimes they're pressed together really hard in manufacturing, and other times the nature of the laminate is going to cause them to stick. So I shuffle all my cards upright. Well, that's not true anymore. Um, I'm taking a mediumship class and I'm using reversals for it. So, but typically I shuffle them all upright. One, I can see the artwork better when it's upright, so the messages are easier. And two, when I read reversals, they're just always upright. The message of the card comes through regardless. If I pull the sun card, this has actually happened, and I was like, they're gonna have one of the worst days of their life. The sun card, guys, which would be, if you guys think of the sun outside, it brings us, not everybody, but a lot of people that like the sun. It can bronze our skin. It can provide nutrients that we need. We need the sun to actually create some of the vitamins within our body. Not a doctor. Always fact check everything I say, including pronunciations. But it's a good thing. So the sun card is much the same in tarot. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. If you want to go into a further study with the sun card, pick it up and start studying it. Look at it. Get out your journal. Get out your notes app. I'm analog. I write everything out. But do it. If you want to learn more about the sun, then you have got to pick up that card and learn about it. We got a lot going on this morning before we even pull cards, and that's all part of the message of the cards. I chat when I shuffle, helps me to focus. It also allows me to see what the theme might be that's coming through. You can be whoever you want to be, including yourself. So we have restriction. You can be, what did I just say? That was channel. You can be anyone you want to be, including yourself. Is that what I just said? And then we pull restrictions. And this is card 6. I haven't seen it written like that since I was in elementary school. You know how like when you're keeping score and you do dash, 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 and that's so you have 4 points, and then the 5th point you do across a stave is a single line, a stave. You take the stave and you cross it out, and then you have 5, and you do it by increments of 5 when you're keeping score. That's how this. It's backwards in my head when I try to move it. That's how this number is written. Boy, this camera's crap. Sometimes it's better, and sometimes it's horrible. Let's look at the path. Restriction. We see it. Oh, well, I had not fucking seen that before. Look, I did notice. Hold on, y'all. I gotta get out my Yeti. Yeti. Um. Okay. So what we have down here. So when I first looked at it, can y'all even see this? This is just something else. I got like an $800 sitting camera over there that someone didn't want, so I took it. I don't know how to fucking make it work. All right. If y'all can see that. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then that line through it. But then there's also across the top and the bottom, there's lines. Like we're keeping it all nice and neat. And then we see reflected down here again. This fucking camera. We see it reflected down here again at the bottom. You can see that. What it made me think of was a garden gate, a gate of any sort. But a gate of any sort, no matter how pretty or how scary, picture it like it's a beautiful garden, but then we just did it up for Halloween. How many countries celebrate Halloween? How many countries do not celebrate Halloween? Um, so, um, so it could be scary too. Could be that the intention of this place that the gate is leading us into is very intense, or it has been dormant for centuries. We're going to feel all of this, but it's a gate. Gates can be pretty, gates can be scary, gates can be neutral. Regardless, they're portals. So, what are you entering into at this moment in your life? Is it an actual property? Are you house hunting? Is that condo the perfect condo? But the building adjacent to it has some issues. What are you leading yourself into when you cross through the gate and walk the path? What is on either side of you? What is ahead of you and what's behind you is all part of your reality, right? When you marry someone, you marry into the family, and don't even try to tell yourself you don't. I'm gonna shit the hell out of y'all because you do. If they are talking to their family, you will be talking to their family, or you will be causing a serious fucking issue in the family. It's all a big deal because it's you and you're fucking important. God, we're dropping some F bombs. My God. It's the F bomb wake up call with Elizabeth. Restriction card 5. And key 5 in the major arcana is the Hierophant, which is like the teacher. This is not restriction. Okay, so we're going to jump suits. Is this not really card 5? Why would they say that? Oh my gosh. What's going on? What restriction is under? So we have the Messengers of Avalon is one of the suits. The Animal Guides of Avalon. I was seriously hoping for some beaver energy today, but we'll see. We'll pull for. Well, maybe we'll do. Oh, we got. Oh, look at that right here. What do we have? I can't. Focus. Okay, we're gonna stay with this card. Um, the Animal Guides, the Guides of Fairy, and the Sacred Journey Markers, which I hope restriction is that. Why they're not even in alphabetical order. I've got like my brain is not gonna. All right, 72, page 72. Early morning tarot. I actually have the description on my Zoom saved as early. Wait, what did I put it as? Early morning, afternoon, or evening tarot because my ass is in bed by 9. All right. So we have restriction in the book itself. Cute, cute, not color illustrated, and brief responses in the book, which is I think optimal, especially if you're using this as a client card. Well, pulling for myself is nice to have brief ones too, because I mean, there's only you can do what you want with the message. But if you're pulling for a client, it's not going to take 25 minutes to read the card. However, you also have your intuitive faculties. So that could definitely take 25 minutes to read the card. But the book is not going to do that. So again, Colette Baron Reed. And I have a few of her books. Someone dropped them off at the thrift store. I love thrift stores. And I found them. They were $7 each, which is pretty good. And I bought them. But I bought them cold without knowing because I knew I liked her. And I do just I remember to pull from this one next because the artwork is just so different. And she painted all of these. She's really impressive, and I love her use of the color blue on her face. She does like an eyeliner right here, and it's like a really poppy blue. It's so pretty. I really genuinely I love her eye makeup. I think it's so fun. I like her eye makeup, and I like RuPaul's Closet. And Colette Baron Reed has this little dog. It's really cute. Okay, back to the message. Restriction. Actually, look at I just chatted about other people and clothes, dogs, makeup, and we're talking about restriction, but I haven't felt restriction yet. Are you guys feeling restriction right now? Are you having difficulty breathing? If you are, or even if you're not, really quick exercise. I know we're reading cards, but it's also like so just give it that little let's do this real quick together. If you can, if you are at work, if you are in your car, you will be able to do this. If you are seated on the floor, the forest, or otherwise, you will be able to do this. I say this, but you are the best judge of self. If you're not, don't. If you don't feel like it, don't. Let's go ahead and try to sit up straight. I like to imagine that there's a cord coming out of the top of my head. Let's make this one sparkly. Let's make it rainbow drool. There's a giant rainbow over me and it's drooling on me because of all the unicorns standing on top of it. It's actually unicorn drool being filtered through the colors of a rainbow. And it's landing on the head. And this is very special unicorn drool. So it hit my head. I've got this little pool of unicorn jewel right now, right on top of my crown chakra. It feels so good. Oh, I'm gonna get some body. It's like mousse. Look at the body that the unicorn jewel is giving my hair. Look at all that body. Just this is all unicorn jewel filtered through the colors of a rainbow. We're sparkling. This is absolutely sparkling. So we're gonna work on our posture. Just give ourselves a minute. Let that rainbow jewel being filtered through the beautiful colors of a unicorn and land it like sparkles in a pool on top of my head. My crown chakra screams in joy. So that beautiful jewel is a tether to what is above the rainbow, and I sit up in glory, welcoming the sparkly rainbow jewel being filtered through the colors of a rainbow. Sparkly unicorn jewel being filtered through the colors of a rainbow. And I lower my arms, my praise loud and proud. That cord pulls on the top of my head, just the top of my head rises, but it allows my shoulders to fall into alignment over my hips. And I breathe just a little freer. There is no restriction. There is no restriction in how I wish to imagine my world or the realities I wish to manifest within. I am the container. I am the power, and I am the force. Restrictions look like garden gates. Walk through them. If you didn't put it there, it's not yours to obey. And if you did, Perhaps now is the time to ask yourself why the restriction is in place and how it benefits you. If it does not, then utilize the restriction in another area of your life. If it is a garden gate, go ahead and get out your trusty hammer that is always nearby, because all you need to do is imagine it and it's there. You get out that hammer and you start pulling the nails out of that gate and you take it apart. And now you no longer have a gate, you have wood. And wood can be used for many things, including the essence of the Ten of Wands. We carry that wood with us on our back, a plague, a plight. But we know that we can use these resources. I will only carry them for as long as I wish to carry them, regardless of what others in society think of me as I carry them, and I will utilize them as I feel fit. There is no restriction. All right, let's go to the book. Get that posture. And are we breathing a little better? I got a pain right here. I'm gonna have to work. It's a big pain when I did that. Damn. Yoga. I'm gonna do some yoga. Restriction. This is card 35, which is not on the page. Oh, it is. It's over there. I see it now. And that's 8. 3 plus 5 is 8. And key 8 or card 8. Key and card are interchangeable in tarot. Saying key is a reference to a being of the major arcana, and arcana means secret. And key to unlock the secret. That's why they're called keys. And key 8 in the major arcana is strength, and that is all about internal strength. You see what we just did just then? I will do that in public without a care or concern. No, without a concern. I do have care of people looking at me and wondering why. Maybe they'll join in, or maybe they'll do it themselves, or maybe they'll go to my channel. Just do it. Don't allow everyone else to restrict you. Do it. Fucking do it. You put enough restrictions on yourself. This marker brings notice of restriction in all things. You are in a prison of your own making, or at the mercy of that which is temporarily out of reach. You aren't able to move forward constructively at this time. There is a restriction, but that restriction could be a beautiful garden gate leading to a wonderful path you will travel. It's just a momentary hesitation. Restriction, momentary hesitation. Be patient and pay attention to the next right action. And sooner than you know, the prison doors will swing open and you will yet again proceed to the greater goal. For now, take this opportunity to rest, taking stock of where you are and from where you've come. Ask, how did I get here? What the fuck? How did I get here? And it's totally fine to be oblivious. Like, you're legit like, where the fuck am I? It's okay. Ask, what am I not seeing? Open the eyes, all of them. And then ask, what needs repairing? And much like a garden gate or a prison door, as she refers to it, maintenance is required. But if you don't want the prison to stay upright, much like a tower, key 16 in the major arcana, you're going to let it fall. Stop maintaining the prison. Stop maintaining it. Don't ask others to come in and polish the story or the walls or the floor, because that's what you're doing when you share it. You're trying to deconstruct it. So make sure the efforts you put into conversing on whatever it is that you're conversing on, you're conversing with people who can help, trained therapists, friends who are actually there to help you, not just be your sounding board. Do not abuse these people with your stories over and over. You have got to be seeking help for yourself, but seek it however you want. Dude, tell your dog. That dog will listen to the same fucking story 300 times and love it. Get a dog, get a cat, that kind of thing, if you're able to do that. Your story is important to be told, but are you telling it in a way that helps you? That's the thing. There's no restriction. There's not like, oh, I should get it right the first time. Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna, so I just shouldn't do it. No, do it. 8 of Pentacles, do it over and over and over. Do it tens of thousands of times. 8 of Pentacles, never stop doing it. Don't stop doing it. You've got to practice. It's not that fucking easy for anybody. There are no restrictions to how far you will go. All right, now this is the deck that I was talking about that I just really appreciate by her, and it's so different. This is one of the images. So, oh, wait a minute. And she painted all these. I just think they're so fun. Okay. We're going to go to the shuffle. They're just so fun. I'm really into the colors. Like, look at that one. So it's really just aesthetically what looks good to you, the aesthetics of it. It's aesthetically pleasing if what you're looking at you like. If you're looking at something and you're like, I don't like that, then the aesthetics are not good for you. They're not in the alignment for you. You don't like it. Okay, move out of aesthetics. Because when I'm also thinking of, this is all this energy is going into the card. Okay, let's see what we're getting. I'm waiting for a sensation in my hand. Okay, camera's going. I'm over there and I'm over here. Okay, let's see. Oh, it's pretty. What is holy? What is true? And if on top, the keywords are appreciation, witnessing, the unmerited gift of grace. Oh my gosh, y'all, I'll be working on that camera today. It's card 14, which is temperance. Key 14 is temperance in the major arcana. What is holy, what is true? What is holy and what is true is exactly what you think is holy and what you think is true. Even if your caregivers are telling you otherwise, even if your besties are like, you are so wrong. Ew. That's not the case. You're right, because you believe it. No one else has to. What is holy, what is true? Perception is truth. If you see it and can gain clarity on what you see, then you will have better understanding of it and it will be a bigger truth. On Halloween, we talked about this. What countries don't celebrate Halloween? Let's go to one of those dressed up. And we're gonna walk down the street in a town that's never seen the costume people come, and they're gonna be going, oh my God, maybe they're off their meds because they're seeing people walking costume down the street out of context of a holiday. So for them, they're imagining why. Then each one of those imaginations, each one of those ideas leads to the potential of truth. If you do the same thing on October 31st in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, people will go, oh, it's Halloween. They got that from Kmart. I'm purposely using words like this. There is a meaning behind it. I don't know why I just said Kmart. It's a K hyphen Mart, right? No, it's K. It's just the letter K and then Mart. Because you can't spell out a letter. Well, you can phonetically, but why would you do that? Why did they choose a letter? The letter K. Well, actually, the letter K in the Elder Futhark runes is Knaz. Knaz. I'm trying to say this. It's the first syllable has the stress. And that means torch. You can get a sense of enlightenment or clarity from that. No, Knaz is the letter K. It doesn't look like a K. That looks like Isa and K. Isa and Knaz. Knaz. Which would be frozen light. They're blue light special, but that's not frozen, it's temporary. Wait, the blue light special. I think I'm going too far into this, but if you are studying Elder Futhark runes, look at Isa, Knaz, apologies on the pronunciation, and then consider the blue light special that whoa, wait, that might be something else. But if you push the card around with a blue light on it, my aunt used to do this for real at Kmart. She'd push it and she'd get like people come running because it's a sale. It's like putting out clearance tags on shit. People come running, right? But it's the cart. You got to get the cart. So if that cart rolls out onto the floor, you got to get over there before it takes all your stuff. So people are rushing this cart. It's a big thing. Frozen light. Frozen light. Okay, we're looking at what is holy and what is true. And I'd like to keep the idea of frozen light in our mind while we're doing this. Frozen light. That is anything it means to you. Did you just get a sorbet and you're like, it's yellow? That's frozen light, okay? It can be fucking anything. Are you eating your lemon sherbet? What's a yellow ice cream? Lemon head ice cream? Or I'm just going with lemons. Let's say there's an ice cream called Sunshine Up the Wazoo and you're eating it. Frozen light. All right, what is holy? What is true? What the hell is a wazoo? And how do you get up it? I don't want that image. No, thank you. You can literally be like, no, thank you. when shit comes through. If you're clairvoyant, you see, I'll be like, I don't want the image, no thank you, when I know it's building into something. And typically that works. Find something for yourself. Be like, nope, or no thank you, maybe later, hardcore stop. Think of the color blue, whatever. Just find a way that works for you. All right, what is holy, what is true? And the key concepts of this card: recognizing the sacred quality of life, appreciation, witnessing, the unmerited gift of grace, and miracles. There are moments when your entire being resonates with a sacred knowing that you are in the right place. You stand in a place of witnessing, of being present, and in deep appreciation. This can happen effortlessly when you practice daily gratitude and choose to see the world and everything in it as a sacred gift from the divine. When you are so connected to spirit, you see through the lens of spirit, and miracles are easy to spot. Even the tiniest ones sparkle in your eyes as great and valuable gifts. Right now, know that whatever is moving through your life is an essential part of your destiny. Be present and be grateful for this holy. Be present and be grateful for this is holy and this is true and in perfect divine form, because you are in perfect divine form and you are holy and you are true. You are in an auspicious place and you can be assured that all is well. Relinquish the focus and need for more on the outside. Turn inward. Appreciation and reverence for the divine is all you need, and you are divine. Be open to receive your blessings. What you create is beautiful. It does not matter what someone else is telling you. If you believe it is beautiful, it is beautiful. Now, can you possibly potentially be harming yourself or others in this beautiful way? Yeah, you can be. So take a look. Are you? Is what you need to create beauty in your life, your perception of beauty, harming someone else or yourself? Then pause. Please pause. We all pause. Humans have to sleep. It's a form of pause. Imagine that you're giving the idea or function a break, a nap. Four of Pentacles. Four of Cups rather, and we're looking at this Four of Pentacles too, but your Four of Pentacles is way too much. You're still scoping, you're still looking around you all the time because someone might come steal your shit. But okay, anyway, so let's go on rabbit hole and I'm not gonna do it. But I did mention at the beginning of the video that all my cards are shuffled upright. I do read the reverse because we're feeling things. We got it all. So let's see if some of us are feeling the reversed aspect of this card. You could be feeling a little bit of both. You do you. There is no one way to interpret a card. That's why they're so amazing, because there's so many amazing readers across our planet reading cards and sharing those messages. Yeah. All right. So the reversed. Oh my God, I just had this sudden flash of Miss Alyssa Edwards watching this video. Hey girl, just in case you are coming. All right, reversed. There is a sacred quality to life that is easily forgotten when you're caught up in forging your path, getting ahead, and taking care of others. You might pay lip service to the spiritual life you intend to lead, yet you're blind to the gifts of grace in your life. You allow yourself to believe that your efforts alone are what got you to where you are. The real truth is so much wider and expansive. You have always been in an active partnership with Spirit, even if you've ignored this. It's time to wake up and remember your partnership with divine intelligence. Choose to look at every situation through the lens of beauty and sacredness. Miracles exist everywhere, and solutions are available if you genuinely intend the highest good for all. In this moment, humility is a necessary and fruitful pursuit. It is so true. Miracles exist everywhere, full stop. And solutions are available if you genuinely intend the highest good for all. If you are in unison, if you really do want people to be safe, then whatever solutions you come up with, no matter how many times it takes, they're good because you're thinking of others and yourself. Always think of yourself. Always think of yourself. Because if you're not 100%, girl, you're not going to be able to give shit to anybody else. I'll tell you that right now. Don't be letting people drink from your cup and let that unless it's totally full. You might even want it to be a little overflow on that when they're just kind of keeping the level down. But if you give when you cannot give or should not give, you are not helping them at all. You're just saying I'll show up and you don't show up. You're screwing everyone over, or you're not giving enough. So don't say you'll give unless you can give. Six Pentacles. Don't say yes unless you mean yes. Okay. Let me check on the time. You guys are so fabulous. I freaking love you. Okay, we're gonna do this one because I love it. I want to turn my camera so you can see. I've been doing a lot with my room, with a new space. Watch this one. Flashback to the 80s, guys. Do you guys remember? Okay, totally like, but seriously, if anyone was like a kid in the 80s, do you remember when these came out? I think it backwards. I hope that's my thumbnail. All right. I love that. I do. I love that. Okay. We didn't have the money for those. All right. So, Seasons of the Witch. Invoke Oracle, y'all. Seriously, y'all. Mm-mm-mm. I swear I'm saying go left and my brain just uh this is called Seasons of the Witch. It's this whole series. They're all called Seasons of the Witch. Now what's going to set each deck apart is right here we have what is called the Invoke Oracle. But now let me just grab one more. Look at my little dude that I've got up there with my little, this is my little dude. He was made in Alaska. I got them at the thrift store. And the sticker on the back says made in Alaska by Alaskan Fossil Products, Fairbanks, Alaska, and Coyote. It says Coyote. Oh, which means that we are going to be pulling. Let's go ahead and grab that animal deck. Let's just go ahead and grab the first animal deck I see. This one's, is that tarot? That's tarot animals. Hold on. Oh, unusual animal messages. Okay, we'll go with that one next because this says Coyote. So if we pull Coyote, you see him? Can you see his face? He doesn't actually have eyes. You know, the more I'm looking at this dude, I'm kind of like, what am I looking at? All right. So anyway, ew. Never mind. Oh, that's not real fur, but that's okay. So what we're gonna do is put you over there. Thank you, man. And come right back here to Seasons of the Witch in bulk. And what I was gonna show you was this is another one. Seasons of the Witch. They're very similar. I'm just giving you an idea of what you're gonna be looking for, right? Seasons of the Witch. This one, is this a star? Oh, star. We're gonna, oh, what's the date today? We got 5 more days. We're going to be reading with this one in the next few days. I love these decks. There's 8 of them right now. Well, there will probably always be 8. There's 8 pagan holidays. Each one is a pagan holiday. Highly suggest because they're beautiful. Even if you're like, I don't really give a shit about pagan holidays, they're still beautiful cards. And these are by Lorraine Anderson and Juliet Diaz and illustrated by Deshauna Lukovic. I do believe that the illustration may have changed. The artist may change. So I'm very into the art. I mean, I can show you. I've got decks right there. I have a deck right there that I hesitated on for a year because of the art, but I got it. And I love it. So, okay, so now I gotta show you. So if you've been on the fence for Chubby Witch's Night In by Amanda Lovelace, I love Amanda Lovelace, but I didn't really jive with this art. Like the way that she draws the humans, it's by Beryllium. Apologies, it's cute. It's a little more, it's not as smooth as like this is her other deck. And this is Janina Medeiros. I love her art. I've actually looked at her for other art and other decks and anything like that. I don't know Valerium. I've never seen that name attached to a deck before, and I didn't look them up. But I do like the deck quite a bit, quite a bit. So yes, I could do this all day. Would you guys like to have like 2-hour Oracle reads in the morning? Because I could do it. And I just, oh my god, I do love that. I'm like, okay, gotta read from that deck next. Okay, maybe we'll close no, because we said we do unusual animal messages because we might get a coyote. Well, you can always do settings and speed this up, but I think I'm kind of a fast talker. Do it on 2. Oh, you can also turn on subtitles. Is that called closed captioning? What's the difference? Oh, subtitles are when you need it translated from another language. Closed captioning is when it's done from the language um, that you're reading. If you're reading and listening to the same language, is it called closed captioning? And then if it's subtitles, if I'm watching, my sister loves anime, not anime, rom-com, no, like Korean, is it Korean romance that she likes so much? But anyway, so she'd watch it, and if she's watching it, she's listening to it in Korean but reading it in English, so that would be subtitles. Why not subscript? Why is it titles? I thought the title was what you named the whole thing, like a broad overview, like saying kingdom for the biological ladder, like kingdom, phylum, species. So everything I'm talking about is definitely part of the read, whatever it's bringing up in you. And the deck in my hand is feeling and listening the entire time I'm talking. And we have pulled Winter Besom, card 43. And it says, sweep away ill intent while creating boundaries weaved with protection. A witch respects passages of safety. We started with a garden gate, referenced by Colette Baron Reed as a prison door. So we can look at the, because in the description, she was talking about a prison door the whole time, and I was talking about a garden gate before we even picked up the fucking book. Find the connections. Winter Besom, card 43. Sweep away ill intent while creating boundaries weaved with protection. A witch respects passages of safety. So if you walk, someone comes into your home and they're just an ass, and so you end up walking them to the door because you don't need to be pissy about it, right? Because sweep away ill intent. We're going to get this person out of the house while creating boundaries weaved with protection. While creating boundaries weaved with protection. If you pull out your Colt, if you pull out your handgun, and depending on the state, you might be justified. But I live in Texas. But and you're like, you need to get out of my house. I don't much appreciate what you're saying, and I definitely don't want what you're doing to be in my reality. Get the fuck out. Okay, that's one way to do it. You're probably gonna piss them off, and they might come back with a bigger gun. Now, another way to do this is to let the time simply happen. They stay in your home for however long, an hour, whatever. You walk them to the door. You are not gracious, but you are not unkind. You sweep away ill intent. They're now leaving your home. You have swept them away while creating boundaries weaved with protection. Because when you remember this person being in your home, you will remember you allowing them the exit from your home. You will remember the passage you created for them to leave, and the reality around that passage. Were you angry? Were you happy? Were you sad? Were you anxious? Were you like, I wonder if there's any of that chocolate pie left, because I'm gonna get my ass in there and get that last piece. Screw them. Something like that. Go for it, girl. But remember yourself and everything you do, because you're way more important than them. A witch respects passages of safety, all passages. A witch respects all passages. Our eyes are passages of safety. Our mouths create passages of safety. Windows, doors, they're literally passages of safety. Prison doors and garden gates, passages of safety. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to the book. Card 43, which equals 7. And 7 in the major arcana is the Chariot. That's a wonderful, wonderful energy to be going by. It's very reminiscent of the Wheel to me, which is the energy that we're sitting in this year. Key 10, Wheel of Fate, or Wheel of Fortune. Just depends on the deck. They tend to name them both. So if we take the wheel energy, and anytime we get key 7 energy coming into that, that's a lot of momentum. Like rocket propulsion momentum. It can be. It's momentum is not the speed at which you travel. It's the energy you put into getting there. It's not that you're going 90 miles an hour. You might be going half a mile an hour, or whatever that is in kilometers for you foreign folks. So happy to have you here. We're the holdout. Screw metrics. Metric system. Okay, Elizabeth, focus. Doesn't matter how fast you go. If your goal is getting there, and the wheel and the chariot both allow movement, but they do not secure speed. I mean, no, that doesn't make any sense. There's no finish line. You don't race until you get to some imaginary line and then you stop and collapse because you've wasted all of your resources on one event. It's life. It's a series of events. And the pace at which we travel through this life will be largely in part to those people and ideas and events around us. But we are constructing all of those as well. We are actually creating this reality. Some of it, all of it, we're born into. But once we get here and understand the measure of our undertaking, we can affect our reality in ways that will promote us in this world, in this life. All right, so let's go ahead and see. So that whole portion was like the intuitive side of the read. So if you guys are like, I'm not sure how to read cards, be like, look at the card. You just read the card. You don't have to say anything. You read the card. But now maybe look at the card for even longer. Maybe look at the card for the next 5 minutes. Set a timer and just look at the card. And then maybe you're going to make a few notes about it. You don't have to. If you don't feel like writing stuff down, don't. It doesn't matter. As long as you look at the card. And if you're comfortable, say what you think is on the card. Because you're never wrong. There's no wrong in tarot. There's no wrong in oracle. And if you're like, okay, I know that this card's got a lot of stuff going on, but the only thing I'm seeing is this one little flower right here. And there is a little flower right there. One little flower right there. That's the only thing I'm seeing. Focus on that flower because that is for you. I have done that many times. I've put down spreads, multiple cards, and just not read some of the cards. Outright didn't read them because I'm like, well, I don't know what the fuck you're doing here, but I knew not to read the card. Do whatever you want. Okay, this is your life, so you get to decide what you want to do. All right, let's go to the book because I didn't read it yet, right? Did I already read it? Winter Woodlands is, oh, girl, they look like the same. How many cards are they walking away? Oh, new theme. New theme. How many times am I seeing the character's back? Oh, might not be as many as I thought. She's in a bathtub. Okay, let's go there. Okay, so winter besom. I don't know what a besom is. I don't have the dictionary handy. I need a sparkly gold gilt dictionary so I can look stuff up. No, I don't. Those are gigantic. All right. Not everyone who knocks at your door is there with good intentions, nor are you required to entertain any person or idea if something feels off. Okay, I cannot make this shit up. Was I not just talking about when you walk them to your door? Right? Come on, guys. Okay, we're gonna start over because that shit's cool. It's a fucking miracle. Miracle. They're all over. They really are. Miracles are everywhere. Every time it rains, it's a miracle. There's water that falls from our sky. Who the fuck thought that up? Not everyone who knocks at your door is there with good intentions, nor are you required to entertain any person or idea if something feels off. Witches hang brooms above their doors to protect their dwellings from negative energy. You too have such a defense against bad vibes in the form of your instincts. And sometimes the universe will send a test or challenge to see if you are honoring your soul's guidance and have truly learned your lessons from past circumstances. The Winter Besom card is here to encourage a pause before moving forward with any plans. Consider this a checkpoint that will allow you to evaluate whether the situation you have inquired about is truly deserving of safe passage into your life. You get to, I hadn't thought about it like that. Whoa. So I often see paths. I think I've heard other readers talk about the path you're on, and they may actually be seeing a path in their head. I do see a path. There's two things I see: a path and a hallway constantly. But create the path that allows it to flow to you. Okay, that's not a new concept, but there's something strange about this. What if I don't care about what's flowing towards me? I just want to make the path pretty, because the path is going to magnetize things towards it. What's that called? Like attract things towards it. Ideas, people, and energy that's out in the world. Because we all have different views on how energy works and what it is and what we do with it. And no one is right or wrong. We all simply believe. And it's beautiful that we all have different beliefs. They're all right because it's what works for us. Now the energy is out there going, well, I have my own beliefs. And I'm the one we're talking about, so I'm right. I agree with that. but we create that path. What if we just focus on the path? What if we just focus on creating a path? We don't need to worry about what's going to land on it and come towards us, because it will be good because we're creating a good path. Now, for me, that takes the pressure off, and I like that feeling. It makes it also much more simplistic, because you don't have to plant anything near or on your path. You don't have to change its colors. You don't have to have gardening implements. All you need is a path and you. That's it. If you are clairvoyant, meaning you can see in your mind, you have images. If you don't worry, you may have aphantasia, perfectly natural. Some people don't see images, maybe a wash of color, or it's just nothing. They do not see images. That is perfectly normal for humans, because we're all meant to communicate in different ways. If we were identical in the way that we receive the information, then much of it coming back out, it would be translated the same. Because we receive information in different ways, we are then able to translate it in different ways as well, so that the community can then understand what's going on. Don't shut people down. Don't shut them off. And more importantly, don't shut yourself down and don't shut yourself off. They really could be sharing something important, even if you think you've heard it before, or they're just not smart enough. It could be really important. Okay. So let's go ahead and see. Okay, witches hang brooms above their doors to protect their dwellings from negative energy. You too have such a defense against bad vibes in the form of your instincts. And sometimes the universe will send a test or challenge to see if you are honoring your soul's guidance and have truly learned your lessons from past circumstances. Learned your lessons just means that you have, to me, reflected on them. You are not meant to suffer here, ever. You're not supposed to suffer to get something good. That's not part of our makeup. The Winter Besom card is here to encourage a pause before moving forward with any plans. Ooh, we're going to pause. Let's have some tea. Consider this a checkpoint that will allow you to evaluate whether the situation you have inquired about is truly deserving of safe passage into your life. I love this card. Think about whether or not this person or situation represents a pattern of self-destruction, or if there are red flags you could recognize from previous experiences. Receiving this card suggests it's better to be cautious if you're unsure and put boundaries in place where appropriate. The answer to your question isn't necessarily no, but it is a sign to proceed with caution. Okay. Proceed with caution. Do you need another lip liner? No, probably not. Maybe. Do you want another lip liner? Yeah. Okay, different. Different. Is it really the only time you can get that bag? This is it. You're not going to find it again. Okay. How will you feel if you don't get the bag? If you don't buy the purse? For some reason, I'm trying to make this example work in a butcher's shop. Why would a butcher shop be a good example? Someone gets an exotic cut of meat, but it is way outside of your budget. There's want and there's need. Ew. Okay, if they ship meat in from other countries, how are they preserving it? Yucky. Okay, we're not going down that path. See what I did? I did not build an avenue for that to come to me, just like what this card was saying. I stopped it by saying, ooh, yucky. Okay, so I'm not exactly like poetic. I'm not gonna be the witch you see on TV going, banish the spirits and bring in the prosperity. I'd be like, fuck off, all y'all. That's disgusting. Do you I clear spaces? I don't actually clear them. I invite the energy to leave with me. I don't like the idea of clearing, I'm evicting energy. I don't evict energy. I'm just like, dudes, did you want to go with me? Because I'm heading outside and you're totally welcome. So I might have to come in and clear for a couple times. But it's just however you want to do it. Seriously. Ooh, yuckies. I just realized is one of my key phrases for banishing what I don't want to think about. It all works, dudes. Okay. Well, we have gone an hour and I would just love to bend your ear. Where did that expression come from? That's disgusting. Nope, not gonna do that visual. We just did that visual. That's disgusting. Give me a second. Okay, in real life, I am getting a pretty hardcore visual. Gross. It probably happened to me because I've probably been practicing witchcraft in every one of my lives. Ew, did they really used to do that to people's ears? Okay, so I just saw it happen. I'm being totally legitimate with you. I have this image. I'm very visual. I feel very bad for the person. And then I think Five of Pentacles, they are healing. So maybe the idea here is not to avoid the imagery, but to help that person heal. I've got a close up of their ear now. It's not good. They must be in so much pain. But I am seeing where the flesh is stitching itself across the open wound and the healing is taking place. And I'm helping with that. People say, hold your inner child. Go speak to your inner teenager. Go smack the shit out of that inner toddler and tell him to shut the fuck up and sit down. I'm kidding. But we all have tantrums. But the idea here is I'm collecting this person into my mother arms. And we all have mother arms. It is a caregiver attitude. You can refer to this as caregiver arms, father arms, energy arms, spirit arms. Anyway, you don't have to put arms in the thing, just however you want to do it. But look at me, I'm holding myself, I'm rocking forward. This is not me planning on doing this. This is me comforting myself through an image that upset me. Do you see what I'm doing? This is not planned. This is off the cuff. You don't want to do this with me if you can at home. We're going to go ahead and find that beautiful unicorn jewel that is filtering itself through all the colors of the rainbow and falling on top of our heads. And with that magical cord that now rises up back to the mouth of the unicorn with more jewel coming back down, it's a slobbery little sucker up there. We're going to end our session now with 3 deep breaths. Just give yourself, oh, loosen those hips. Sitting straight, relaxing our pelvic bowl. Hands possibly resting on knees, whatever brings you comfort while that cord brings us taller. We inhale for a brief hold at the top and then an exhale. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Deep inhale. Hold. Exhale. One final inhale. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. My air is your air is my air. Thank you. Thank you for being here, guys. You're freaking awesome. And I will see you again really soon. Let's hoping I recorded this. Oh, also, I'm going to do some fancy stuff with my logo. Get ready for it. And then I'm going to cut the video.